Actually, this is the picture that won the best, the grand prize for our photograph. And this was taken in Mualboal, Cebu. And that's a German retiree enjoying himself with a sardine run in Mualboal. Most of our retirees, they come, they get their visa. Once they get their visa, they start traveling, going back to their home country or any other part of the world. They keep on traveling. They don't have to ask permission for that. If they decide to work here in the Philippines, they can without having to apply for a work visa. When they first arrive into the Philippines, they can bring in personal belongings worth $7,000 that are tax exempt.
Medical tourism, saan ba siya galing or anong background ng medical tourism? Actually, health tourism in general, according sa National Tourism Development Plan, we prioritize tourism products in the Philippines such as sun and beaches, cruise tourism, wellness tourism. So for medical tourism, this is not just about, the Philippines is not just about suns and the beaches, diba? It's not only about the culture, the food, the people, but we're also competitive in terms of medical tourism. So under health tourism, we have two sub-products, mainly the medical and the wellness. Sa medical po, dito papasok yung dental care, aesthetics or cosmetics, and medical procedures. Meanwhile, for wellness, we have the holidays, the retreats, and the spas.
Very important sector that we have in the country. Perhaps through technology, we can use technology as a force for good. Perhaps together as a business community, as an entrepreneurial community, we can think of ways of actually how to utilize them. Right now, we're looking for idle lots, idle farmlands, especially in the provinces. Let's see how we can utilize them. We have a lot of cooperatives and farmers looking for idle lands, farmlands where we can perhaps plant high-value crops, ube, ginger. Ang laki po ng demand for a lot of these different crops. Not only are we helping out and giving livelihood to these farmers, we're also making use of those idle lands that are non-performing assets, right, when they're idle. And as real estate entrepreneurs and communities, you guys know that that is an asset, right? And we better be able to monetize it.
The property outlook for 2026, what's sizzling, what is fizzling. Sizzling meaning what is emerging and thriving, fizzling what is perhaps going out of trend, and what should be done to help resuscitate the Philippine property market. So let me start with the office sector. The Philippine office segment has seen substantial decline in terms of occupancy. If we're having this discussion in 2017, 2018, 2019, easily I would tell you that 1 million square meters of office space is being constructed, it's being completed. 1 million square meters of office space is also being absorbed by the market. That is no longer the case. As you can see here, we're already good with about 350,000 square meters of new retail space being completed every year, and that's from 2026 onwards up to 2028. So this only indicates that developers, office developers, including the owner of this building, have been tempering their launches and completion of office space, because we have seen a substantial market going out of the country, and that is the POGO sector.
Okay, ecotourism actually a form of travel to nature-based destinations. The motivation is to enjoy nature, to experience nature, or to challenge nature. So yun yung mga motivations.
Can you explain a little bit about the herbs sa Philippines?
Thank you, Ari. Actually, yung basic principle ng organic farming, health is one, but ecology is another. And care and fairness are the other principles of organic. And thus, pag nakita mo, yung sa nursing, yung magpapakain dyan, definitely hindi pwede yung galing sa conventional na inisprayan mo ng pesticide. And then sa ecotourism, magpa-farm to table ka, papakain mo yung inisprayan mo ng pesticide. That won't work.
What is cheers? We are celebrating. So, one thing that we could say in the Philippines, if there's one thing that we have the passion on, we have the TLC, the tender loving care.
Ito lang kasimple yung generative AI, guys. You want text-based, image-based, audio-based, video-based. Lahat yung pinag-aralan ko. I could be able to create content in seconds, in minutes. If I have projects, hindi na ako pupunta sa isang, guy to do my website, Hindi. Lahat gawin na yan para mabilis. Divine Diwata is my creation, my imagination. If I wanted to be young again and to pursue things, yun yung ginagawa niya. Hindi ko nagawa. But I'm 62 and I told myself, and my husband supported me, by God, I'm going to do it with this technology. I may not be Taylor Swift, but I have so much content in my heart that I want to leave as a legacy to the Philippines. Did you understand that? Kung ano man ang proceeds ko doon, gusto ko sana yun ang ma-donate ko doon sa mga tao na nangangailangan. That's why Divine Diwata was born. You being here, for me, is a validation that there's a lot of good people in the Philippines. Maraming mababait na tao na mga kababayan. Kapwa, kabutihan, all these things. Isa lang masasabi ko sa inyo, guys, we do not need to sell the Philippines. You know why? Dito lang sa bansa na to nakita ko ang DNA ng aruga at alaga.